Welcome back to week 5 of Soul Food Sunday. You guys read the title, you know what I'm bringing. I'm bringing the Southern Fried Catfish to this YouTube virtual potluck. Hey listen, you know what? I'm doing this with another channel, Soul Food Cooking. I'll put all the information right up here so you can check them out. Go by there, see what they doing. Listen, every week they've been raising the bar, putting the pressure on me to try to make sure I can keep up with this Soul Food Sunday, just these outstanding dishes. So their information will be down in the description box below, to their channel and to the video that coincides with this virtual potluck we're doing right now. So with that being said, you guys, let's get right into this video. Okay, this is what I'll be using to do my deep frying. This that Tefal deep fryer. Obviously it's stainless steel with oil filtration. The oil filtration meaning, listen, when you're done, all the particles that are inside of your oil, you turn it to a switch, it drains and filters it itself. Now, going over the ingredients. You got garlic powder, black powder, that's 1 tablespoon each. And here you got onion powder and paprika, that's 1 tablespoon each. And this right here is that sweet smoky joes, that Creole kick. That right there, you got to do it, and that's 2 tablespoons. Now we got 2 tablespoons of this yellow mustard, and then we're using hot sauce. That's Frank's hot sauce. Use your own, whatever brand you would like to use. You got cornmeal, and then after that, I'm gonna show you. You got flour. A lot of people ask me like, what type of flour? That's just a general all-purpose flour. Now this is cayenne pepper. You could put about a tablespoon in. This is completely optional. Right here we got 2 eggs, and then listen, we're gonna beat those anyway. And then here I'm using a Ziploc bag. You know what? Wanted to use an old school bag, but old school bag only works good when you do the dry ingredients, for your outside crust. All right, there's your star, folks. That right there is your catfish. Nice big fillets. Now, let's go ahead and what you're gonna see is I'm gonna pour the oil in. What you don't see on the right hand side by that arrow right there, that there was a minimum fill line and a maximum fill line. I just filled it up just somewhere like in the middle. And I'm gonna tell you another thing that's really cool about having a deep fryer. You don't have to chase it when you're on the stove as far as your temperature goes, because when you add your ingredients or whatever you're putting in there to deep fry, sometimes it cools it, especially if you got a lot of chicken or something like that. And then you know what it does? It just brings the temperature back up automatically without me having to just chase it on the stove, trying to get everything back. Now, what I'm doing right now is just making sure that everything is completely dry since we deep frying. That'll cut down on some of that splatter. Now you want to take your seasonings, and in a separate bowl, you just want to add them all to one bowl. Grab yourself a whisk or a fork. You know what? The whisk is kind of like new school. Granny used to make everything with that, with the fork. That was the beater, the mixer, the whole shebang. But anyway, get all your seasonings in another bowl. Just dump them in there and just whisk them all together. Just make sure you got a nice even blend. Then you want to set that off to the side. Now that we have our seasonings all mixed up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our cornmeal, flour, we're gonna take 2 tablespoons of this, we're gonna put it in our Ziploc bag. Hey, you guys get the picture. You see how we doing it now. Just like I just said, cornmeal. I gotta be careful. Look, I'm the one that's doing all the cleanup. Flour. Remember, 2 tablespoons. You know me. I'm gonna go in and make it 3. Then we're just gonna go ahead and close this up and give this a whirl. Once we got all this mixed up, we're gonna set this off to over here. Now we're gonna move on to the next thing. Now we're gonna make our wet batter. Now everything else, we're gonna get it, prepare it. We're gonna put it in a bowl. So we're gonna take these eggs, your 2 eggs, you're gonna break them. Then listen, we're gonna just, beat them. Once you got them beat, then we're gonna come with the mustard, hot sauce, and the remainder of the seasonings that we had, that blend, and we're gonna put it in a bowl. When I tell you it's super simple, it's just super simple. Look, eggs, your mustard. Probably should have used like a little smaller, I'm gonna say a smaller spatula, just to make sure I get it all in there. Then you come with your hot sauce, and then there you go right there. That's the remainder of your blend. what you want to do is now that whisk, here's where the whisk come in. You know, I think it's a little bit more appropriate. You know, you just want to get your paste, because this is what we're going to coat. Listen, we're going to coat our catfish with that, and that right there is what we're going to fry. You want to talk about something that has that southern taste, this is it right here, folks. So just go ahead, add it to your fish. Right now, we just call that our fish bowl. We'll just go ahead and add it. And then listen, we're going to get our hands dirty. Go ahead and get in. If you guys, you know what, I used to get all the comments about, man, your hands ashy. For one, you don't want to cook with lotion. And two is, I cook with my hands. You know what I mean? I prepare and do everything, you know, make it personal. Listen, we food artists. Half the thing that, you know, half the time that we put into the actual cook, we like for the presentation to be right. So therefore, you get in and you make it personal. Just use your hands. And listen, what you see that rag in my hand? I keep a dry towel which stays over my left shoulder, and I got a dish towel that's off to the, you know, off. You know what we just gonna say is like off scene. You know, you guys don't see that, but you gotta clean as you go. All right, real simple. After it's coated, drop it in your bag right there. I made a mistake here. I used my hand. You can see how I look right there. Best thing to do is put one inside your bag, seal it up, and do the old school shake and bake. That's it. Now just drop it into your basket. I'm gonna say this, you know, for everybody, listen, obviously you don't have to have a deep fryer. It just make, you know, this is like about being real convenient. This works just, you know, just as good. You can do it in a cast iron skillet, any big pan, pot, whatever. You know, it's all the same. I just wanted to show you guys, you know, what it looked like. There you go. Now drop it down. I was just checking the color. Wanted to go a little bit more. I like mine to be just a little bit more crunchy, you know, that outer crust. And then listen, I pull the basket up right here and just let it sit for a minute so it'll drip. You know, once I get all the oil, you know, that I can off of it, then go ahead and just put it. You can put it on a plate. I use my bakery sheet, rack right there. You know, when I put a paper towel underneath it, but you can use a plate with a paper towel. That'll work just fine. And these 3 strips you see right here, that's what it look like when you do the shake and bake. Just put them in the bag, shake it, and then put it right into the basket. And right here, you know what? When I put the lid on, I just want to say, hey, if you ever get a chance to get yourself a deep fryer, you know, no matter which model you get, hey, listen, it just makes it super convenient. Keeps all that splatter off your stove, the whole shebang. Now you can pair these catfish fillets with either steak fries, but better yet, hush puppies. I'll go ahead and leave my hush puppy recipe down in the description box below. It's easy to follow. Just put the ingredients in and just make some balls and drop them in your oil. So I hope you guys like what you saw. Super easy to follow. You know what? Just like doing something a little bit different. Not everybody uses a wet batter when they're making, you know, fish, you know, when they're deep frying. So with that being said, we just trying to get away from that, you know, just the regular dry ingredients. Let's go wet. This right here says Southern Fried Catfish. You can smell it. It's all over here. Hey, hands down, do yourself a favor. You gotta try it. And listen, when you think about catfish, most people think about the chips, which would be, you know, like some steak fries, something like that. But I'm gonna tell you, the best thing that you can do right here to pair this with, that's gonna be with them hush puppies. I'm gonna go ahead and leave my recipe down in the description box below so you guys can check it out. Super easy. Put all the ingredients in one bowl, mix it up, get yourself an ice cream scoop, scoop it up, make a ball, drop your ball right inside your deep fryer on your grease that's on the stove, and that right there will do it. And just take them out when they're golden brown. So, don't forget, we got to go by and check out Soul Food Cooking. I got to go by there and I use the word we because I don't ask them what they making or nothing like that because I want to be just as surprised as you. All I can tell you is hands down, listen, they selection, what they bringing to Soul Food Sunday, you know what, the video quality, everything, hands down, is just awesome. So don't forget, let's go by there and check them out. All their information will be down in the description box below also. Now, if you're new to my channel, let me go ahead and just say, hey, thank you. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with everybody. And let everybody know there's a channel out here that's taking the mystery out of cooking and simplifying these recipes, you guys. And so with that being said, I'm out. Peace.